Hey, y'all. I'm making this because someone asked me about, the degree of my faith and why do I have so much faith. So, my response is this: I have the level of faith that I have because, I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations, and through those trials and tribulations, my higher power, my source that I choose to call God, has shown me quite a few times actually um, the proper way to direct my steps and the proper choices to make at the proper timing, which was most important, very much so most important. Uh, God, as I so choose to call him, um, has an impeccable sense of timing. I mean, most people we pray, especially those of us who pray consistently. Most of us we tend to involve God in every single aspect of our lives, which is, the requirement of faith. Like, you can't say that, you have faith in your creator, whatever you so choose to call your creator or your higher power, that you have faith in this being and you don't even know this being other than, excuse me, hey, how you doing, I'm going through this trial and tribulation, can you please somehow send a miracle my way and get me out of it? Like, that's not a relationship. That's you know that's a sugar daddy, basically. I'm just gonna keep it 100. That's a sugar being, you know what I mean? And the being of all creation is not, our sugar being. You know what I mean? A lot of us get that misconstrued when we pray, man. We think that, it's a slot machine because you praying. No, that's not what fosters faith. That's not what builds faith. What builds faith is in the in the face of those adversities that you're going through, those seemingly impossible uh, traumas to live through and to process through. What's faith is when your supreme being gives you the strength to not only endure the circumstance, but to sit down and derive the original wisdom and lesson that the circumstance was designed for you to go through to experience so that your soul can ultimately grow and love the creator even more because that circumstance forced you to seek a deeper and better bond with the creator. See, most people take, traumas and tragedies and all those things as signs that, hey, my life is falling apart, when in actuality it's not always the case that, your life is falling apart. That's not necessarily what it means. Even if your life is literally falling apart, sometimes, the supreme being allows those things to happen. God, as I say, allows those things to happen so that your soul can experience a certain type of struggle and resistance to its natural course of who it is and what it is. And then that way, that struggle will bring, or that circumstance will bring out that particular characteristic that God is trying to solicit out of your soul so that you can experience it and look at it in your face and know what it is and touch it and feel the emotions that are attached to this particular lesson, this particular wisdom, no matter how difficult or impossible the circumstance may seem or be. That's the nature of how our creator, or how the creator, however you so choose to call your creator, but that's just how God is, man. God is the ultimate planner of all things, which is why I have faith. It's taken me a moment to realize that I don't have control over everything. See, that when you live from the vessel, when you live from the so-called carnal mind, which is just, basically perceiving things from a more materialistic perspective, as in, what I have makes me who I am. as opposed to who I am dictates what I have, which is the way in which you're supposed to do it. Because it's inside out, it's not outside in. But that's a whole nother whole nother situation to deal with. But the point is, it's these circumstances, these difficulties that allow us to shape, or allows the creator to shape and mold our souls so that they can be the most productive that that particular soul or your particular soul or being can be. Because there are gifts inside of you that you can't tap into until you learn certain lessons, and then they'll open up inside of your soul and they'll bloom like a blossom, like a lotus flower blossoming. I mean, it's just, that's just the way it is. That's the life, that's the way life goes. Just like with faith and belief in things of those natures, you have to you have to really be discerning, in the sense that you have to utilize the totality of your life's experiences, and that means your emotional experiences, your mental experiences, your physical experiences, because you derive a different type of wisdom from each experience, or each different type of experience. It gives you a different type of wisdom, and then you take all that and you put it all together, and you utilize that particular discernment in how you decide to move forward in these places of struggle or circumstances of struggle. Now, what God is looking for, or what the Creator is looking for, is what type of integrity you utilize or exhibit while walking through these particular circumstances or situations, no matter how difficult or impossible they are and or may seem. That's the purpose. The purpose is to bring out the compassion in you, the kindness in you. That's what solicits, what do you call it, faith in this supreme being, because you get shown the beauty of the kindness, and even in the moments that are most difficult to you, it's based upon how you perceive that moment and how you share that moment with your supreme being. How you take it in prayer. How do you take it to God? How do you take it to your creator, or however you feel as though, whatever you call your creator? Like, how do you present it to them? Do you present it to them in a sense of, hey, there's a problem, I need you to fix it? Or is it a, creator, I know you know what's going on, and I know this is your plan, but this is what I'm dealing with, this is how I feel about it, but I'm still going to stand strong on what you say. Irregardless of how I individually feel about it, I'm still going to stand strong on what you say. And if I'm unable to do so, give me the strength to see a different perspective so that I can. That's the thing that most people, they fail to realize, that faith, true genuine faith, is based upon a connection with the creator. Like, you can't have faith, undying, unconditional faith in something that you have no proof of. So in order to acquire that proof, you have to have a connection, a genuine connection. That means your soul and the creator, the energy of the creator touches your soul, and y'all bond, period. And it brings out that beauty inside of you. And yes, that may be a controversial way of looking at things, because most people don't understand that. And that's cool. And hey, that's what's up. You don't understand it? That's super cool. Go do your research. You'll figure it out. Once you get deeper and closer enough into yourself, you'll figure out that divine spark within, and how to illuminate it, so that you'll be better seen, or better not seen. No, because it's not seen, because you're going to be seen regardless. Once you start tapping into your divine spark, which is the actual energy that gives you life and animation. Once you start tapping into that, oh my God, you things become so beautiful. Your connection with everything else, it changes. It changes every single part of you, and your faith goes to a measure that's unmeasurable, because then you understand. Then you have that genuine divine connection. You know what I mean? You're not just haphazardly praying to a being like a slot machine. You're actually making a connection with the being that you're praying to, which is the purpose. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have a connection with God, one in which that goes beyond, just, oh, you're my provider and that's it. Like, no. I mean, this is why so many people, what do you call it, fall temptation to things that are negative, or things that are are harmful to themselves because they don't acquire faith. And here's the most simplest thing: most people don't have faith in themselves, let alone faith in their creator. And that's sad and it's unfortunate, and I hate to be the one to inject that level of reality into people's lives, but it's the truth. And it's unfortunate, nobody wants to say that, but that's the truth. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no faith in you, you can pray until you purple in the face. I mean, you gotta display the characteristic that you want to give to someone else. You have to display it to yourself first so you know what it feels like. So that when you do display it to another, you can give it all of your energy and your ability, your intention, your direction on where you want that connection to go. Like, you got to understand things, man. And beyond understanding, you have to comprehend it, which is most important. And most people don't understand that yes, there is a big difference between understanding something and comprehending it. Trust me, there is. Do your research, you'll figure it out. But I just wanted to share that about my faith. Like, my faith is unwavering because, I have a connection with God. I speak to God about everything, regardless of how big or small it is. And I have a bond with my God, my creator. At least I have a bond with my creator. Hence the reason why I have undying faith in my creator, because my creator shows me on a consistent basis, hey, I'm in your life. Hey, I'm helping you move. I'm helping you make choices that are proper and that are good for your future, for your current tense and your future tenses. This is why you need to listen to me, because I know better. I have a bird's eye view of your life that you're actually standing in and living in and walking through. That's the kind of bond, you know what I mean? The kind of trust that's fostered when you have a deep connection with God, which in turn creates faith. And that's how I base my faith. That's how I move with my faith. So I hope that answered your question, homie. I just wanted to go ahead and give that a little run for its money. But yeah, that's how I feel about my faith. Thank you guys for listening. And as always, live, learn, love, and grow beyond yourself. Peace.